it's Emma and welcome back to In My Shoes. Today's video is different from my other ones. It's more of like a sit down kind of talking video, so that's fun. And I hope you guys appreciate my makeshift little wall thing. But you know, when you live in a basement, it's kind of hard to find somewhere aesthetically pleasing to film. So I have this blanket and these fairy lights set up. So I hope you guys like it. Today I will be talking about a condition I have called Nystagmus. So I have all these little question thingies written down that people normally ask me or that I think like would help people gain a better understanding. But I'm making this video because I feel like it would be easier than like in future videos having to say, well, this is because of my condition called Nystagmus, this is because of this is because of this, and particularly a video I have coming up soon that I'm excited about. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about Nystagmus, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so when I was really young, I don't know if it was 2. I know when I was 2 I got my first pair of glasses, but I don't know. Anyways, my mom noticed that I couldn't see well, and so she took me to the doctor and they were like, oh yeah, she has Nystagmus, which is a neurological condition, which means it's with your brain. Well, it's called involuntary Nystagmus, so that means you can't control it. But my eyes shake like side to side, back and forth, but there are cases where your eyes can shake up and down or like around in circles. So there are different types of Nystagmus, but mine, they shake back and forth, and you can't control it. Like I said, it's involuntary, so it kind of just happens whenever. But me personally, I guess you could say when my emotions spike, kind of like if I'm nervous or scared, or if I'm really happy or excited about something, or if I'm sad, or even if I'm sick. If I'm sick, my eyes will bounce back and forth like crazy, and so that's when they kind of start to shake. So like if I'm in school and I'm giving a presentation or whatever, like my eyes will be shaking really hard. So if you're allowed to have note cards, that doesn't really help me because my eyes are shaking all over the place and I can't read it. A question that I get asked a lot is if my glasses help with the Nystagmus, and my glasses aren't for Nystagmus. I just have really bad vision on top of having Nystagmus, so that's great, that's fun. So I think nearsighted. I always get those confused. I can't see things far away. So the glasses don't help with my Nystagmus, but they do help with my vision, duh. But they're very, very strong. I'll show you. Can you see? It's not focusing. Okay, well anyways, the lenses are very thick because your girl can't see. It hasn't really affected my life that much up until I guess this year and a little bit of last year, but in school I have something called an IEP plan. I don't know what that stands for, like independent something or other. Anyways, I have an IEP plan, and so basically it just says that all my papers need to be enlarged to size like 16 to 18 bold, because that's what I can see best. If it's really tiny, if I like squint or if my eyes are shaking a lot, I actually get like a migraine basically. So it's easier if I don't strain my eyes. That helps to prevent migraines from happening. So the bigger and the darker it is, the better I can see it. Also in school, like I have to be at the front of the class, which I always feel like I always get so, I guess, embarrassed or something, because I'm tall. I'm a tall person, and so if you have a tall person at the front of the class, I feel like I'm in everyone else's way and I feel so bad, but I mean, I can't see anywhere else. And also like standardized tests like the PSAT and eventually the SAT and ACT, I don't even know if I don't know, but those, like, they have to be the big books, and because the other ones I just can't see. And I can't do the Scantrons, which are the little bubbles that you have to color in with the thing. I can't do those because it just, when they're all together like that in a row and I'm just trying to find that one and color it in, it just gives me a massive headache. And so most of the time I just get to write directly on the test or circle it or whatever, so that's nice. So really I need help like reading. If we're waiting in line at a restaurant or something, my mom, she'll like read the menu for me if it's somewhere I haven't been before. Like if we go to Chick-fil-A, I know what I'm getting. But if it's like somewhere we haven't been before and the menu's like up at the top, you know how they have them, my mom, she'll read it out to me. Or if it's a really dark restaurant, and like the menu stuff is super tiny. I'll ask my mom like, can you help me? So that's kind of, but you know, I don't think much of it. And then outside of school, it's really never affected me. But like I said, up until the last half of last year and then this year with driving and everything, my eye doctor, he said that I could drive and that it'd be okay if I drove. And I do drive. Well, I have my permit. So I got my permit in November, like 2 days after my birthday. And then May was the month that I could get my license. And it wasn't like the eye doctor. My mom, she just wants to really make sure that I'm okay on the road because she doesn't want me hurting anyone, and she doesn't want me to like miss something and anyone hurt me, which I understand, but it's just kind of disappointing, I guess, seeing like all your friends get their license and everything. But it's okay because I still drive a lot of places actually whenever my mom or my dad are in the car. When I'm driving, I have issues with depth perception. If I'm pulling up to a red light, it's hard for me to tell how far away a car is. Like if it's red, I slow down a lot further away because it seems like the car is closer than it actually is, and my mom will be like, Emma, the car's way up there, you don't have to slow down yet. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna get my license eventually. I think it's just gonna take a little bit longer than most people. So moving on to the next question. A lot of people ask me what it looks like when my eyes are shaking, like my family and everyone too, and I really have a hard time describing it. I don't really know. I can find my way around if my eyes are shaking. I can still walk somewhere and be fine. I won't run into anything, but it just makes it a lot harder to see. And especially, like I said, if I'm reading or if I'm driving, it gets kind of hard to see, which is why I just try to stay calm when I'm driving, because like I said, if I get nervous or excited or whatever, then my eyes will start to shake more. So I just try to stay really calm when I'm driving. I can still see. It's just harder to concentrate on the lines that are on the road to try and stay in my lane. But I'm not entirely sure how to describe what it looks like. I've never been able to really. It's just kind of, sorry, I'm letting my eyes shake to see what it kind of looks like. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to describe it. This is my swig. I love my swig. If I'm looking at this and my eyes are shaking, I can see like the, you know, the outline, and I can see this swig, and I know that it's right here and not here and not here. It kind of just vibrates back and forth. So there's like a not so clear version of it to this side, and then when my eye shakes again, a not so clear version on this side, and it kind of just goes together, and it doesn't become blurry, like it doesn't form a blurry image, but it just, I don't have trouble seeing it or whatever, because I can still see that it's right here. It's just, I don't know. My mom told me a couple years ago that they had that some sort of surgery would fix it to where your eyes would stay in place, but you wouldn't be able to have peripheral vision, which is, you know, seeing like to the sides and everything when you're looking straight ahead. Like you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't be able to look to the side. You'd have to turn completely because, you know, your eyes would be staying in place. Papa said that he would pay for the surgery for me if I wanted it, but I said that I didn't want it because, I don't know, I feel like I've dealt with nystagmus all my life and it hasn't really impeded on my life very much, and I don't even see it as that big of a deal. So I don't really want to lose my peripheral vision for something that I hardly even notice. So most of the time. Sometimes my eyes are going crazy. I definitely notice it. Like I said, I can't control it. Like I can't make them shake. That's what a lot of people say. They're like, oh, we'll make them shake. I'm like, I can't. But I can kind of help the shaking go away by crossing my eye. So most of the time I'll cross like my right eye in, but when I cross my right eye over to my left, I can see well through my left eye. And it usually, so I have better vision in my left eye, I think. So that's why I cross my right eye over, so I'm looking through my left eye. And somehow it slows down the shaking, or if they're not shaking very much, it just stops it completely. I'll do that definitely if I'm having a hard time seeing, like reading something in class or whatever. You know, if I'm having a conversation with someone and my eyes are shaking a lot, if they ask me why my eyes are shaking or what's going on or something, I'm completely fine with telling them. If people ask questions, I'm fine answering them. It's not one of those things that I'm like, I try to hide or I'm uncomfortable talking about. Another way that I can make my eyes not shake or not shake so much is by, I don't know if I would say looking at or using, but something called a gaze null, but I've always called it a null point. And according to NCBI, let me read this for you. Children with nystagmus will have anomalous head posture due to a gaze null, position with respect to the orbit of one or both eyes, where the nystagmus intensity is the least and vision is the best. So basically what that's saying is it's a point like in your line of vision or whatever, where you look and your eyes don't shake as much and you can see better. So mine is over, like if I look to the side completely, basically, hold on, I'll show you. Like if I look like that, that makes my eyes stop shaking somehow. So if I'm reading something and my eyes are shaking, whether in school or just, I don't know, anywhere, if I'm reading it, I can go like that and I can read it better, kind of through my right eye most of the time. So that's how my mom can tell when my eyes are shaking. And next are some frequently asked questions. If I have my glasses off and I'm cleaning them, or I'm like rubbing my eyes or whatever, and people are like, "Can you see me?" That I don't know if it's because I have glasses or if they know that I have nystagmus or whatever, but when I take my glasses off, I don't go blind. I can still see. It's just, you know, without the glasses, it's harder to see stuff, and then when my eyes are shaking, it makes it harder to see stuff. So I definitely can still see without my glasses. Another one is when they say, "How many fingers am I holding up?" That's just stupid. I don't know why you would ask that. This one isn't a question, it's more just like something people say. But if I take my glasses off, people are like, "Wow, your eyes got so much smaller." Yeah. If I can't see stuff that's far away, I need these to magnify stuff. It's making things look larger to me, so it's gonna make my eyes look larger to you. So see, if I have them on, here are my eyes, okay? If I take them off, yeah, they get smaller. But I like to do this little number with people. So those are just a few of some of the frequently asked questions or little statements or whatever that people make. You would just think it'd be common sense. I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe it is just me, I don't know. So I know I've said this a lot, but me personally and like my family, I don't I don't know if I should say I don't take it very seriously. I guess I don't. I've had it my whole life since I was born, and so I don't know what it's like to see normally, I guess. And so I joke around about it a lot. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, don't mess with the blind girl." So if you ever hear me like in my vlog or in a video or whatever say like, "Oh my gosh, I'm blind, I can't see," whatever, I don't mean to offend anyone who is blind or anything. It's like awkward, like you can't see that, and then it just gets kind of quiet. I don't know, I guess that's just how I deal with those situations, like with other people. So I don't mean to offend anyone who is blind or who has a very severe case of nystagmus. I don't really know how severe mine is. No offense to anyone. That's just me personally, so. So before I show you the big reveal of my eye shaking or whatever, I just want to say I forgot to mention that some people can actually make their eyes shake, like voluntarily. My sister can actually do it, which is really cool. I probably wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have nystagmus, because it seems really hard. But yeah, some people can actually make their eyes shake on their own, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my eyes shaking. I tried to do this before, but my eyes weren't shaking. Of course, the one time I need them to shake, they won't. But if I spin around a lot really quickly, then they'll shake like a lot. So I'm gonna go spin. I don't know if it's focused or not, but my eyes are definitely shaking now. I'm just looking straight ahead. I think that's about everything that there is that I know to tell you guys about nystagmus. If you happen to come across this video and you have nystagmus, tell me how it affects you and all that stuff down below. I definitely want to hear from you about that. Feel free to comment any questions you may have down below. I love getting questions from people, as long as they're not any of these that I mentioned here today. Follow me on Instagram. I will put that somewhere here to see when I upload videos and just like what goes on in my daily life. And I also have some really exciting videos coming up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about them. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any, because you will not want to miss those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you guys for watching. Bye. The last time, up until the eye doctor, he cleared me to, like, cleared me. What? My mascara. Wow, look at how white and tan. nails.